All right, so this is Mr. E again. I would say this is like a second video. Well, third video for me because I had to take out the first one that I did because I was way too generous on him. But this is the second video that I'm doing on this guy here, where this is already about a month or maybe a few weeks after he quit. So now he's saying, "I don't know who I am without my job." Pretty much having like an identity crisis or something. But then again, dude, you just quit. Excuse me, he just quit. I don't want to keep talking in second person, but he just quit and he has no savings. He has no plan. That's very dangerous, and I do not ever recommend anybody doing that. So, with that said, let's get right to it.
So tomorrow will be 1 month since I left my job, and there's some good news and there's some bad news. The bad news is that with my job, I've also kind of lost my, or at least part of my identity. I can't really explain it very well, but it seems like I've let jobs and corporate and just overall society, I've let it successfully train me almost like a circus monkey into
Yeah,
centering my entire value as a human being on how much I work, on how much I perform for almost everyone else's benefit but my own. It's a very strange feeling because it almost feels like I've got some type of Stockholm syndrome where I miss all of that. I miss managers yelling, and I miss impossible deadlines, and I miss 50 emails an hour and waking up at 4 a.m. on a Sunday morning.
yeah. I mean, that's a typical feeling when you leave that job for that long that you've been working there. You really do. You really you were just so used to that routine. You were just so used to looking left to right, behind your back, looking over your shoulders, hoping that you're doing your job right. Nobody's talking shit about you. All that stuff. You do miss that. It's that weird feeling because you had that all that responsibility, and now that it's gone, you're thinking like, well, what do I do? For his case, what am I going to do? you know, So, and he's still trying to figure things out. So,
Yeah, probably the word miss isn't the right choice here. I wouldn't say miss. I would say that I've done that for such a long time that I can't seem to find joy and satisfaction in anything else. Initially, I wanted to go on a rant about how capitalism and the system is to blame for all of this, but I'm not going to do that because if you think about it, the system did what the system does best. It's our fault because we feed into it. We just feed into the system like brainless minions. We base our entire existence, our entire value as human beings on how much we go the extra mile for the boss, for that promotion. And all day is yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. And we just pour into other people's glasses, but our own. And this is what's depleting us of life. It's just draining. So yeah, I'm not gonna go on a
I
rant
mean,
about capitalism because
I
it's
mean, I get that. I get that that's how the workforce is. That's how the education system is. You're competing with each other. You're being told you have certain expectations, and if you even fall short, even just by a little bit, let's say like you've made 200, 300 things right, but then you make one mistake, everybody's going to remember that. You're trying to avoid something like that, and that's a lot of fear based. That's a lot of fear when it comes to the workforce. So I can understand, but of course, this man's not off the hook with with his reckless decision. No way, nuh-uh, man. I'm still going off on this guy for making such a shitty choice like that.
our fault in the end. We just play into it. We just feed into it, and it seems that we enjoy being on a leash, which is very sadomasochistic. But yeah, that's the sad reality. I'm sure it's just a phase, and I'm sure it will eventually fade away. In other news, more positive news, my burnout is starting to fade away, or at least the physical aspect of the burnout. So maybe up until about a week ago, I wasn't sleeping very well. I would sleep 9, maybe 10 hours a night, and I would still wake up exhausted, with not much energy to do anything really. Now I've been sleeping 7, maybe 8 hours, and I wake up with more energy. I have more energy for my workouts. I've been doing calisthenics for a couple of years, and my workouts were usually 20, maybe 30 minutes. Now I'm consistently doing 40, 45, 40, 45 minutes every day. I go for walks. I go for long walks. I started reading quite a bit. I've kind of been forced into dropping video games for a while, and I'm going to cover that in a different video because something very interesting happened.
Well, that's a good start, though.
So, like I said, I was forced into putting video games to the side, and I've replaced video games, with reading. I've been reading a lot of Carl Jung. I recommend audiobooks. It's perfect for multitasking if you want to still absorb a lot of knowledge and good information, and at the same time you want to do something else, like go for a walk. Then I absolutely recommend having an audiobook on your phone. Just grab your headphones and listen to something that's actually constructive while you go for a walk, while you go, I don't know, in the park, or you might have a workout. So I try to do both at the same time. And I just overall
I like how the caption says snorts, but
spend a
he's
lot
not
more
really
time moving.
snorting.
And like I said, the physical aspect of the burnout is starting to leave. So that is the good news. I still don't know what I'm doing next. I'm still allowing myself time to process things, to put ideas on paper, to see what I would like to do, what kind of passion of mine could be turned into a source of income. I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing things. If there is one thing that I've learned in 38 years, is that every time you rush into something, it usually doesn't end very well. So yeah, that's it really for today.
I'm just wondering with this guy here. Like, I'm hoping that he's either living with parents or relatives or somebody's helping him or getting assistance, because if you're in that position where you got almost nothing to your name and you don't have a plan, you'd be panicking. I would. I would sure as shit be panicking like crazy, you know? Like, obviously, if I did the same thing like he did, I would try to get a job immediately. I would just go back. No matter how much I dislike the workforce, I will have to do it anyways. Now, let's say I was not given the option to get back into the workforce. I would be rushing to find something. I would be seriously rushing because my livelihood is on the line. Now, since he said he's not rushing, so I'm assuming that he's getting some help. So, which is fine. I'm not bashing him for getting help. That's okay. At least that's more of a relief for himself, because he you don't want to be ending up on the streets, so or getting yourself into financial trouble. I mean, yeah, but I mean, best of luck to this guy. I do hope he's making the right choice for himself right now. What he just did, it was reckless. That was just not the way to go about things. That was rather a stupid way. I mean, to just get out of there like that. Like, look at me. I'm at my job. It's okay, but I do have plans. I do have plans of what I really want to do for myself. Um, and I'm hoping that by the time I get to my 40s, which is 3 years from now, as scary as that sounds, I'll be in a far better position. Right now I'm in an okay position, but I should be doing better for myself. I cannot just like if I were to quit this job or I get let go, the one I'm at right now, I'd still be okay. But after maybe like several more months of unemployment, I'd be behind again for my age. So I don't want that to happen. That's why I want to get ahead of myself. I want to feel like by the time I turn 39 even, I would be like, oh, I'm way ahead. I have a lot of leeway for myself. And then I can also do whatever it is that I love on the side. So, yeah, for Mr. E's case, I mean, he's just he's lost. All right, he's lost, and I do hope that he's getting assistance, because if he's not, then I'm like, dude, he's already gonna enter the possibly enter the e-begging saga, where he's like, hey, I'm doing so bad. I don't have enough funds to get me through this month's rent or what. Please help contribute if you can. If anything, like I mentioned in my last reaction video, he's almost like Dodash. You're preaching about quitting your job. Hey, the workforce is not for you. Get out of there. Do the things that you love. While that may sound great, I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with that. That's also gonna put you in danger. That is going to. And you don't want that. And then look at Dodash now. She's going to Amazon, working for Amazon, living in her car, burning up her body at 44 years old. And she's trying to go from zero to having something and struggling her ass off. Fuck, at 44, dude, you cannot be struggling. You cannot. You don't want that because your body is now become limited at that age. I mean, let's hope this man here figures it out because we don't want to see him 2, 3 years from now at 40, 41 years old and acting like Dodash, just e-begging from people. But anyways, this has gone long enough. It's 11 minutes. So link is in the description below. Thank you everybody for watching this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good one.